This time we're going to do a bit of a test in the FCC mode. The previous video that I did, the range test, I got just short of 4 miles, and that was in the under CAA guidelines, under the 6 kilometre rule. This time I'm going to change it, so as you can see here, in the top left it says altitude, so if you click on it, it's going to bring up my location. I'm actually up Rivington Pike at the minute, at Belmont, in the UK, as you can see. So this time what we're going to do is I'm just going to come back out of that. I don't know if the screen is going to change here, it most likely will, but we're going to go into our fake GPS app. Now if you look on my other videos, you'll see a tutorial on getting this and how to do it. Click on the GPS app, let's just stick ourselves in Montana and press play. From that point we're going to need to reopen the DJI app and then close it. Let's just quickly do that. Close the DJI app. Reopen the DJI app. Sorry about the screen doing what it's doing. And now from here we should be in Montana. This is on the so altitude's already in Montana, so I'm just going to quickly turn the drone on. I'm just going to see how it behaves. And remember, this is the Mavic Air 2, the new drone. It should just connect automatically. I've just turned it on. Quite a windy day today. So, there you go. Right, so I know that I'm in. I know that the app's been sort of what's the word? Bloody tricked, if you would, into thinking that I'm in Montana. So let's just see what it actually brings up as in the bottom left. It should bring up a local map. I'm not sure though. Right, it's actually bringing up the local map, which I thought it would. That's actually on the drone itself. So the drone software, not the actual phone, is bringing up all these warning areas of different places that we can't fly and this, that and the other. So the drone should fly normally. And what we're going to do, we're just going to keep it in sport mode and we're going to just take it up and see how it behaves. This FCC mode. Update the whole point and let's go. Hopefully it doesn't fly off to Montana if it loses its signal. Take it up slightly. It's these birds that worried me. Just connect my Bluetooth again. Yeah, it's these birds that worried me. They bloody attack it. Anyway, we're getting out there now against the wind. Hello? Yeah? Not really, pal. Why, where are you? What, heading towards Chorley? Well, what's your height now from here? 132 feet? Yeah, I'm only 25 feet. So you're fine, just stay at that height. Bit of air traffic control for you there, boys. Yeah, so you just stay at that height. We're 100 feet apart, pal. Don't you worry about it. I'm here. Yeah, so there's a few things that I wanted to show you in the app as we're going out there now. About half a mile away. Changing your from imperial to metric, you can go back to meters, into kilometers or imperial. I use imperial because that's like feet and miles per hour. Another thing that I found out, if you go into the camera and you click on this is quite important, this as well. If you click on the gimbal, if I can bloody find it, let's just find it. Gimbal. can't bloody find it now. I was on it last night. Oh, there you go, Gimbal. So if you click on Gimbal, up there, Gimbal calibration, and then manual, that's going to bring up your gimbal so you can set your skyline. So, I mean, it's relatively straight now. I'm just going to pull it to the right a little bit. As you can see, that's brought that skyline in 0.6. That's brought that in perfect. Maybe go one down. Yeah, I'd say 6. Yeah, and that's going to get some amazing shots. And you know, that's just really something that you need to look out for. Let's just come out of that. So now I can probably switch back to camera. I'm gonna just click back to camera, photo mode. 48 megapixels. Take some nice pictures. And this is obviously running the battery low, but you know, such is life. Have you just got your drone back? Yeah. I'm gonna take. He's just brought his drone back in. I'm just gonna set mine up a little bit for signal purposes. Take it up to 100 feet. I'm just going to change back to video. One HDR. Not going to stick with that. I mean, we're going a lot slower this time, 17 mile an hour. We're not going to get half as far, I can tell you that for nothing. It's a lot windier out there now, that wind's picked right up. I'm just going to drop it slightly if I can to around 90. Yeah, we're not even getting up to 20 mile an hour, so that's going to definitely affect how far out we get, you know, in terms of battery life. I mean, we're at 82% now, about 1.5 miles away. It's going to make a difference. I mean, earlier, if you look at my other videos, like I said, we did this in CAA mode, and that reduces the signal strength down to 6 kilometers, whereas FAA mode that I'm in now, if you've watched from the start, is boosting that to 10 kilometers. So we should see a difference once we get over Charlie, providing that everything's working. Like I said, this is my first test. I know that you can do this with the Mavic Mini and the Mavic Air before it. Maybe not the Mavic Air, but the Mavic Mini. So this is just basically a test. Nobody's done it yet, so it's just educational. And like I said, I'm going to stop it recording, or I'm going to stop it recording just to conserve battery life. So I know that 5,200 feet is a mile. I don't know what just happened to the gimbal then, but it just dropped right down. I don't know if that was a bird or what. Slightly worries me. 5,200 feet is a mile, so 10,400 feet is going to take us to about 2 miles. The earlier test we did, we got down to about, I think, 40% battery, and then started bringing it back, 35% battery from what I can remember, and we got it back with 20% battery life. We're going to be aiming to do the same again, getting it back with 20% battery. But like I said, I just want to see what the signal difference is like between the FAA and the CAA modes. In exactly the same place we was before, flying exactly the same route. Just the conditions have slightly worsened in terms of wind in the last 30 minutes. I'm just hoping that I can bring it back. We've got another Mavic Air 2 out there at the minute somewhere flying about. So whether or not that's going to disrupt the signal or not, I doubt it. It might have an effect, I don't know. But that's out there somewhere. Craig, if you're facing towards Charlie and then you're bringing it back from that reservoir area, what speed are you getting coming back this way? I'm at 90 feet. I'm about 3 miles away. Well, 2.5 miles away. I don't know where you are. Yeah, just fly it straight that way now. See what speed you're getting and let me know. Sorry about that. I'm just... Yeah. Yeah, so if you turn it round now and go that way, just tell me what speed you're getting in sport mode. 68% battery. We're doing alright for signal, as you can see. Again, they might go further. They'll go further, I would have thought, with signal. But it's not just about signal, it's about the battery life. I mean, more importantly, the battery life. As said in previous videos, and I can't state it more and more, you know, at the end of the day, if you've got these batteries are £100 each, and it's not something you want to be ruining. If you're getting them down to 0% and running them, you're going to ruin the battery. Like literally, I did it myself on that DJI Mavic, the first one that come out in 2016. That video's up on my channel. If you look at that, I run the battery down to 0. The battery was shot. I think I used it one other time, and then it just started failing on me. It's not worth it. You know, you want to be getting your batteries back, keeping them around about 20%, 15% mark. Creeping up on the 3 mile range now. Just about to hit the 61, M61, as you can see. We've done a nice straight run there. I mean, we're coming up over Charlie. This is where we started to lose the signal earlier. 60% battery at the minute, and then we're getting the low battery warnings. We're going to cancel out of them because we know we can get back with the wind. Just let me double check with my friend. What speed were you getting? 41? Right, we're going to be doing 41 mile. I'm going to push it a little bit further this time. Depending on the signal. I mean, again, this is, as you can see, the signal's not broke yet. We're still at 90 feet. This is where we're coming into the strong signal areas now with all the Wi-Fi and this, that and the other. So let's just see the difference.
Battery level is low. The aircraft will go to the home point in 10 seconds.
No, cancel. We don't want that to happen. So it wants to come back. We've got plenty of battery life left. I mean, we started losing signal around here last time from what I can remember. I'm going to have to look back, but I mean, I think that signal's do. I mean, don't forget, there's a lot of Wi-Fi down there. There's a lot of signals disrupting it. I mean, we've got a lot more battery life than we did earlier. 55% battery. We're just going to keep it going until the signal breaks. So, I mean, as you can see, CAA and FAA mode, there is a difference. We're getting the weak signals now. We've got a little bit further. I mean, we're gonna come up slightly. Just, you know, we're wasting battery doing this, but we're gonna bring it up just to get the signal if we can. Obstacle detection, and I don't know why it's saying that to me. Strong wind. We know. I mean, we're well out there now, coming up on the 4 mile. It's saying strong wind, we know. Done a lot better on battery life this time, funnily enough. I'm quite surprised with that, and we've got quite a lot further as well. Signal's starting to drop. I'm going to stop the drone there. I'm going to turn it round because we're really losing signal and we're getting down on battery life. Let me just bring this up to... Yeah, we're bloody losing signal there. We're getting the return to home. I'm going to let it do its thing so it gets me straight and it brings me back a little bit. And I'm just going to... Now I'm going to full throttle forward. it's in fail-safe mode. We're going to let it do its thing. We should be picking up the signal. Yeah, it's on its way back, as you can see. Now that we've got the signal, I'm gonna push it forward myself. Yeah, I'm gonna get that speed up, as you can see, 30 mile an hour. I'm not happy with that speed, if I'm honest with you. I'm gonna cancel the return to home now, if I can. Bloody thing. It's not letting me cancel it. Down to 40% battery. I'm getting slightly worried, if I'm honest. There you go. Right. We're in sport mode again now. I'm getting slightly worried, if I'm honest, with the battery being 40% and being as far away as we are, and the speed we're doing more than anything. I mean, that's slightly concerning. The signal's not come back on the drone, as you can see, but we're still able to control it via this map. So let's just see how far away we are. We've got a ways to go, I'm not going to lie to you. I mean, I'm thinking it's going to be alright. I mean, we're doing 26, 27 mile an hour. We've got 38% battery. The wind's obviously a slightly different direction over there. We've got our video feedback now. We're going to keep it. We're going to come lower slightly to try and get out of that wind. Hopefully get a bit more speed if we can. 37% battery. Three miles away. Yeah, I'm thinking it's going to be all right. I mean, we're 37%, 36% almost. We're just going to keep that going now, and yeah, we should be fine. Again, we did get further in the FAA mode. It did make a difference. Obviously, when you start getting over anywhere that's got strong signals, like it has obviously over Charlie, it's a town, you're going to run into them problems. If we didn't have Charlie in the way, we could, I mean, I'm assuming we could get a lot further, but like I said, you've got to do it in the right conditions in terms of wind. You know, in an ideal world, you'd have no wind at all, and you could work out exactly how far you're going to get out, and but you know, it never works out like that. As it stands, we've got a wind. We're fighting a wind both ways. Well, we're fighting it. It's sort of coming in, side on, maybe a little bit in our favour coming back. It's obviously changed slightly, not in my favour, but you know, judging by this now, I mean, we're 2 mile away, and yeah, we're going to be fine. We're going to get it back in good time. I'm going to take a guess at battery life. I'm going to say possibly around 20%, 16, 20%, somewhere around there, that we get it back, which is fine for your batteries. Like I said, 15, 20%, anywhere around there. That's a successful run. So yeah, I'd really appreciate if you could subscribe as well to the channel. It really helps me out, and like I said, I'll be coming out doing a lot more content. I mean, the range tests for now are done, if I'm honest with you, unless I can find somewhere that's a bit more ideal in terms of signal strength. Let's just bring up the video. Yeah, we've stuck to about 27 mile an hour. Which is, you know, at the end of we were doing 40 in the last test, so obviously the winds have changed. It was literally, you know, the case of swapping a battery around. But again, this one's going to be fine, 29%. Slightly worrying when you lose signal, £1,000 drone 4 miles away. It's like, it's a bit of a twitchy bum time, as they say. 23%. Yeah, we're doing all right for time. Probably about, yeah, we're over halfway. We're getting up to a third of the way back. Sorry, 2/3 of the way back. But again, that's another successful run. I mean, that's quite far. I mean, that's bloody 4 miles. You're not going to need that distance on them. I mean, like I said in previous videos, I'm certified to fly beyond visual line of sight. Yeah, that's a course that I've had to do myself as a commercial drone flight pilot. And again, it doesn't really come much safer than where we are. We're out in the sticks. There's nobody about. We're flying well within parameters of even your recreational drone pilot. So, other than, you know, beyond visual line of sight, but like I said, that's something that we've both done. And yeah, I mean, that's just more than anything. It's just a test, just to show you what they're capable of. I mean, DJI put 10 kilometers down. I mean, at 4 miles, what's that? 7 kilometers. It's good enough, and like it worked in ideal conditions. When they test the drones, they're out in the bloody desert, no Wi-Fi signal for miles. So, yeah, what we're down 23%. We probably weren't far off, saying between 20 and 16. Let's have a look where we are. Just going to turn it slightly so I can bring the tree line that we're looking for into view. Let's just have a look where we are. Hang on. 20% battery with just over 5 minutes flight time. This was using the FAA mode. Yeah, one more battery left. I'm going to do a few tests with other things on it. Should be the battery up there, yeah. I'm going to start bringing it down now. There we are. What did I say? 16, between 16 and 20%. Yeah, so successful flight out to about 4 miles. Like I said, subscribe, like the video, it really helps me out. Thanks guys.